to get with my guest, Tracee. Welcome back. It's been a while since you've been with me.
Thank you very much for having me back. I appreciate it.
And they say there's nothing to do here.
I know.
I know, and that's something that's unbelievable. And there is something for everyone. And before we forget, today you will be at Portsmouth Public Library.
Yes, that's correct.
Okay. Well, let's talk a little bit. What's been going on with you? A lot of different things. Share with our listeners.
We've went through a lot of changes within the last year. We, my husband and I have started our own publishing company.
And BJ's here, by the way.
Yes, he
we
is
want to
here.
mention, yes, we want to mention he's here.
He is filming for our YouTube channel as well as our website. We began, actually, April 1st was our official date of business. We got our business license, and May 1st is when submissions are going to be made available to authors. So we're trying to get an infomercial together. We did kind of a makeshift one on our YouTube channel, but it wasn't quite all the information that our viewers needed. So they asked questions, and we're trying to get that information to them. But that website is, it's Oswind Publishing, and it's www.
Okay, Oswind?
Oswind, OZWIND, publishing.com. And it will have the submission guidelines, and we are a fee-based publisher. We are not a vanity press, we are not a traditional press, because we have an acquisitions department that looks at manuscripts and decides based on the criteria and the guidelines that we have set up whether or not it's something that we can publish. But our motto is no rejection, just direction. Because as an author, I got enough rejection letters to put on my walls. And that is the most sinking feeling to get when you've poured yourself into a piece of work. So our direction and what we would like to do is, if we are not able to offer a publishing contract for fee, we have a self-publishing track that they can decide, well, a little bit of work needs done, or if they even have their own editor and just need a cover designer, we're able to do that as well. But if they want to publish all of their work under Oswind, there are submission guidelines and things that they need to do to make that happen. But they don't need to worry if we can't take their work right then. We're going to give them options so that they don't feel like there's just, that's the most awful feeling as an author, to get a letter like that from a publisher. So we want to change the industry in that respect.
And of course, Tracee, listening to you, not being an author, and a lot of that, explain just and a little bit more, why would somebody want to come? Why would they need to come? Kind of give some, a little bit more information. So if there's somebody listening that is thinking about this and they really don't know what to do, share that information with us.
The way that we are going to do things is, if they are interested in publishing, as of May 1st, they would need to go to our website, and there is a button that will lead them through the process. What we do is we take the first 3 chapters of their book, we hand it to an acquisitions editor, they look through the first 3 chapters, they decide what they think of the book. We all get together as a department and decide, okay, can we offer a contract, or do we need more information? If we need more information, they will be contacted electronically to give us the full manuscript. At that point, that same acquisitions editor, which we have 3 brilliant interns that's working with our company right now, they will look at those manuscripts in full. We will come back as a group, decide what we can do for them, if we're able to offer a contract, or if they would be better off self-publishing, or if we have advice for them before we would be able to publish their book. And those options are given to them over the phone as well as in a piece of paper. So if they have questions, we are absolutely 100% transparent, and we'll speak to them over the phone about advice, what they need to do, or yes, we're going to be offering a contract to you. These are the steps you need to take now to get published.
Now, are you a local company?
Yes.
You're a local company.
Yes.
And, I'm here watching you because it's been, 3 years maybe
Yes.
that you were a guest, and I knew you were at that time just basically publishing your first book.
Yes.
My, what a way you've come since that point. I mean, how you've developed and how you've become aware of maybe your own experiences in developing others. I'm so impressed.
Thank you so much.
It's really,
Thank you so
really
much.
great. Again, let's talk about some of your writings.
Okay.
Of course, I know when you explained to us when you first started, the way you sounded. I mean, you had to go over a lot of loops and under a lot of.
Oh yes, it was.
Was it that
It was
tough?
very difficult. In fact, the very first book, The Fine Line, that poor book has been through so
And
many
I have
different.
that right here.
You have the
right
actual
in.
original
I
edition.
have. I did. I couldn't help it. I had to bring it in.
That is the one that was completely and utterly self-published by Book Locker. And then the book was actually picked up by a traditional publisher, and the book was put out again. Well, due to irreconcilable differences, we went our separate ways, and as I was making the transition, I thought, I looked at all of the experiences I had with the traditional publisher, and I thought there has to be something to take away from this, because my belief is that if we have to go through something, there's a lesson there somewhere. And I thought, why not open the door to people that want to get published, because that's what we all want to do anyway as authors. We want someone to have our work and be inspired by our work. So again, The Fine Line went through another transition and was published along with the 2 other books in the series through Oswand Publishing. So that is how I've had to teach myself about the publishing industry and look at contracting and templates. I basically had to educate myself on that. But the thing that is the most important for me right now is I'm doing what I love. Mm-hmm. I'm finally being able to do what I love
and it's
to
so
do.
obvious that you are, because you and I have been Facebook friends, and I read your post, and I've just watched you grow. I mean, I've watched you develop into from a young lady to a very professional woman, and I'm very proud of you.
Well,
and
I
know your
appreciate
Yeah, I
that.
know your family is too. But then since that point, we're going to take a break. We're going
Okay.
to take a break, and we'll be back, so
Okay.
stay tuned. To Community Corner, I'm Barb Pratt, and again, my sponsor, Port City Cafe and Pub and Heartland of Portsmouth. Have with me Tracee Ford, by the name, but Tracee Rice Wilson, and again, I'm very honored to have her on the show. You know, though, Tracee, one of the things that we've not done, and we need to do, is we have your husband here. At least we should have him an opportunity. I mean, when you have 2 women talking, at least give him an opportunity to say hello. So,
That's true.
RJ, the mic is yours.
BJ.
BJ,
Yes.
well, at least you got to get your name right, BJ. I should know that because that's my initials.
Good morning.
Good morning, and welcome to the show.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, so you have to be really excited about all this as well.
I am very proud of my wife. Very, very proud of her. I've been with her since she started on book number 1, and book number 3's done, it's sitting over there.
I was kind of with her with book number 1. I
Yeah.
know that.
Yeah.
Yes, she
kind of.
was.
Yes, very, very much so. Well, I know you're very proud, and I know that the company you're helping get started and do all that. So congratulations to you too.
Thank you very much.
Yes, and I know there's a lot of things going on today that you're involved with. Any remarks that you would like to make?
No, I'm just supporting her every way I can. Of course, I got the camera running, so you've been on the YouTube, and I just wanted to say hi to everybody.
Well, good having you here, and it's so nice meeting you, and good luck to all of you with this, with the great things that are going on. Now we're going to move back to Tracee, and I know your new books, the radio show. Today you're going to be at the library, and people get a chance to meet you at 6 o'clock. The mic is yours. Just share all that information.
Well, thank you. Actually, today, the radio show Today With You kicks off the 2015 book tour. And I will be going to Lexington, Dayton, Cincinnati, Columbus. I want to reach the bigger cities. I did a lot of smaller towns when I toured in 2013, 2014. And it's time to expand out to the bigger cities. And I have not only BJ to thank for that, but we also...
And BJ, I want to make sure that I get the name
Yeah,
right. 'cause I
and
did say it
actually,
wrong. Yeah.
like for the publishing company, he goes under his legal name, which is Brian.
Okay.
And he is the marketing director for Oswand. But we also have Jamie Ronan, who is a lifelong friend of mine. We grew up together and met in the 2nd grade.
Another New Boston girl?
Actually, he is from the East End.
He's from the East End.
Yes, and he lives in Lexington currently and is my marketing director in that region. So he has made a lot of contacts in Lexington, and I believe we have 2 dates in Lexington that we are going to be doing signings there. So he has helped with the founding of the publishing company. He's also the editor-in-chief as well as the assistant director of marketing. So he and my husband, this has been in the making for quite a long time. It was just one of those dreams that was kind of in the back of your head, and you really wished you could do it, but there was never enough time, and something always pulled you away from that. But Jamie and I have been playing skits, puppet shows, you name it, since we were in the 2nd grade. So this is exactly the path that I was supposed to be on and didn't even realize it, I guess. I must have realized it a long time ago, I just didn't reach out and get it.
Because I'm thinking, Tracee, I remember when you were on before, you shared with me about you writing in school, and it was something that, I think it's like any arts, it's a gift. It's not something.
I love it.
It just happens, it's there.
I couldn't put it down. Yeah, I couldn't put it down if I wanted to. And with the publishing company, I'm able to not only do that, but take away organizational skills that I gained working for the government, and just putting all of that into the bigger puzzle. And art, I have a love for art. I've always drawn and painted and different things, and now I've learned digital art, which is a completely different type of art, but it's just as fun. So I just love what I'm doing. This is what I'm meant to do. And
Tracee, with the radio program, I didn't mean to interrupt
You're
you,
fine.
but with the radio and the YouTube, how can people find out about that? How can they see this?
The best way to find me is through my website, and it's Tracee Ford, Tracee Ford.com. That's my website. And there are links to my YouTube channel on there, as well as there's like my bio, and my books are all on that website. The publishing company, of course, is under the separate website, oswinpublishing.com. We also have Facebook pages. So if you would type in our names, we're going to pop up. I've made sure that I've done lots of prepping on the web so that if someone types in that name, our company pops up in the first few stanzas of the internet. But it's been a long time coming. It's really been a long time coming.
And you're still writing?
Yes, I am.
You have some new books?
Yes,
Okay.
I do. I finally ended the Between World series. I got book 3 out at the end of March. And these little babies have been through quite a bit. As I said, the Fine Line has went through so many transitions, and it's currently under Oswind. It is book 1. Idolum, which is what you have in front of you, transformed, and it is now Voice of the Dead and book 2 in that series. So it has been recovered and retitled. And then
So I feel very honored because I
You have the very first one.
Yes,
and
love it.
It has been the artwork on it. Selecta Graphics did the artwork on it, and she is one of the most talented people I have ever met. And then book 3 is Through Glass Darkly, and it ends out the series. And it's time for me to move on to a different genre. I'm leaving the paranormal behind and going to medieval fantasy. So I'm writing books about knights and princesses and all kinds of different things now. So
And there's so many people that enjoy that type of. Is Walking Dead kind of fits that? Is it kind of like that? In a way?
I really don't know because
And
I'm
I
not.
never watched it. So
I haven't
can't say-
either.
yeah, so, but
I have not. I've not watched that. The Between Worlds series is more suspense, thriller, with paranormal and romance, and then Voice of the Dead and Through Glass Darkly are both crime novels. The Fine Line sort of sets up the whole series. You get to meet the main character family, and then you're introduced to more characters in book 2, and they're all put together in book 3. So yes, I'm going to write forever. There's an anthology that's going to be coming out in October with Jamie Ronan and I putting all of our paranormal short stories together. So we're far from done. The publishing company sort of just kind of it was born, I guess, when I left my previous publisher, and I thought, why not just give the opportunity to other people to do this.
Well, I know that you bring a lot of pride to your family, and I'm very proud because there again, I know this sounds right, but I have watched you again develop into such an outstanding professional woman, and congratulations
Thank
to
you
you.
so
And it's
much.
so good to meet your husband, and it sounds like you got you a good one there, and he's supporting you big time, and
Thank you.
a lot of great things. Any closing remarks?
I would just invite individuals to definitely visit my website, traceeford.com, as well as oswinpublishing.com. And then if you're in the local area, I would love to meet you this evening. We will be at the Portsmouth Public Library. I believe it's from 6 to 7:30 or 6 to 8. I'm not sure.
They
But
can call the library and
absolutely,
get the details. But
absolutely.
definitely come down and meet you, and
Yes.
you've heard it first here, and then they can come down and meet you tonight.
And then I'm also doing my own call-in late-night radio show starting June 3rd on Blog Talk Radio, hosted by World of Ink Network.
And how do they get that? How will people be able to listen to that?
They actually, the best way to do that is to follow me on Facebook under Tracee Ford, because I will be posting links to those shows because it is a live call-in show. So we are going to be talking about all kinds of different topics. There will be guests from time to time, but mostly it's going to be people calling in. This is the subject. For example, there's one in October. I plan to do a breast cancer awareness campaign. And I would ask people that are breast cancer survivors to call in and talk about their experiences. So it's going to be a variety show. It's going to deal with paranormal and spirituality and Bigfoot and aliens, but it's also going to deal with very hot topics such as weight loss, cancer research, and politics even. There's going to be some controversy, but I want the callers to be able to engage and talk about what they want to talk about.
Tracee, I wish you the best.
Thank you so much.
Congratulations on how well you've done, and good luck to both of you.
Thank you.
For this. Thank you for being on the show.
Thank you.